Hey. What's up everyone? Welcome back to today's video. I'm going to be doing conspiracy theories videos. Now, Shane Dawson's done these. I kind of like conspiracy theories. I've got 3 here on my sheets, but I don't know. I just wanted to do it. So the first conspiracy theory is that the moon landing is fake, okay? Now, the reason, why people think the moon landing is fake is because the US, it was a really shady time, basically. It was when JFK got assassinated. And, when Ronald Reagan, I think he was like, some people didn't like him. I don't care about him. But, yeah, it was when he was presidency. And it's basically saying that we've only really been to the moon once, right? And why haven't we? Like, everything's progressed in the world. Like, we've got new phones, we've got new cameras, we've got, like, new everything. Everything's progressed. Technology has progressed. But the only thing that hasn't progressed is, you name it. Like, you say it, like landing space technology. And think about it though, people spend their tax money on these things. So NASA get like $1 billion or whatever, trillions even, a month to do whatever they're doing, and we don't know what they're doing. And like the only thing they're pretty much being paid to debunk flat Earth, which is another conspiracy view, another conspiracy theory coming up later. Okay, so the facts that are on here is that, first of all, I'm going to be putting up some clips, but first of all, when they land, there is no stars on the moon. So if you're in space and you would see a couple of stars, they'd be really close to you, there'd be loads of stars, but where are the stars? Okay, and this clip kind of shows, or this picture kind of shows that shadows were going in different directions. So what I mean by that is, if you're in the moon, you're quite close to the sun, you know. You could be far away from the sun, close to it. I don't know when they did it. But yeah, they were like, even if you're still near the sun, right? So you should have one constant beam of light. So if I have this light going forward, as you can see, there's one light on me. This is the sun. Pretend this is the sun. Figuratively, I'm just figuratively explaining it to you as a metaphor. So as you can see, my shadow is behind me, right? So my shadow is behind me. So you know that there's a light facing that way. So that means there's one light called the sun facing that way. But on a sound stage, there would be multiple lights. So say if I have a light there, my shadow will go that way, and I have a light there, my shadow will go that way. So the shadows will kind of be going in different directions, which is happening there. And also in this clip, not a clip, but I don't know what I'm gonna get. But in this thing, it can show that there's kind of like glimpses of wires, right? And what links onto this theory is that they were given really they were given good cameras basically to document the moon landing, but they chose to use the worst cameras. So the CGI, the screen, wouldn't look fake. It wouldn't look fake, because if they used the lowest cameras, you wouldn't really notice a string there, because it wasn't the best camera quality. But they could have got a better one, like not even that better, just a better one that you probably see the string. But they didn't, and they chose to not do it. And yes, it was televised, but there is a little subpar theory is that they landed on the moon, but they didn't get to record it, basically. So they did it all in the soundstage, and they just want to recreate it so people could know that we've definitely been to the moon. They could prove everyone that they've been to the moon, because they don't know. And also, And another thing to prove towards this is that when they landed on the moon, there was no type of crater left. Like, there was no crater, like, left at all. Like, they landed, there was no dust. It was just perfect, like as it was just placed on there. Like, the craft was literally just like, bam, it's on there now. Because scientists have said that if we tried to land something on the moon, then it would probably leave at least craters, some dust. You know, they don't. The last thing, evidence to support this theory, is that when they opened the flag, they put the flag, when they put the flag on the moon, the American flag, it waved like there was an air conditioning wind in, you know, and there wouldn't be wind in the moon. There wouldn't be really wind in the moon. And they said, well, the reason why it does this is because it was unfolding, you know, but I think that's a bit of bullshit, because if I get these pieces of, I'm not going to do it with this paper, but if I get that, you know, crumple it up, I'll pretend this was flappy, and I thought it wouldn't just start like moving, like it moved in like a direction like that, like the wind's blowing on it. So it would consist of like an AC or something like that. Is the end of the world. There's two possibilities that are guaranteed to happen. They are guaranteed to happen. Right? There's a volcano in the USA. It's near Yellowstone National Park. It's in the USA, and it's a super volcano. And if it erupts, it can literally, it's a massive one. Right? And how the Earth is a ball, and inside that ball is like lava and molten, and how like they burp, like the bubbles, sizzles, it comes out through, it releases all of them through volcanoes. And it's still proven to be active by scientists. So, you know, if, you know, and that has already exploded 3 times in recorded history, and that has made like a lot of civilizations extinct. Right. And the scary thing is, we are overdue. We are 40,000 years overdue extinction. Like, so that means we have no possible way of protecting ourselves from this. It's not like on our control. It's really hard to predict when it will explode. But for example, it could explode tomorrow, or it could explode in a million, in like 100,000 years. We don't know when it could explode. Not we, I mean, like, they don't know when it's going to explode, but they're monitoring it, right? It's not a matter of if it explodes, it's a matter of when it explodes. That's just kind of like a quote from people experts. Okay, now this is the next thing that joins on the end of the world conspiracy, is World War III. Now, what World War III could be is like if Trump and North Korea had a war, you know, like it could happen, right? World War III, and nuclear war, that would be devastating. If you think about it, the entire of an island was wiped out as soon as in a second as the America dropped a bomb on Hiroshima and Nagasaki. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, but they did, right? And they killed everyone there in one, like literally in a second, everyone was dead. Imagine that, but like they've got 10 times as bigger like bombs. So for example, if America's like, I want to bomb England, they could literally just wipe out the entire country. And the USA and Russia have 90% of all the nuclear bombs in the world, and that's scary. That's scary. And Albert Einstein, this is the Albert Einstein quote: "I do not know what weapons World War III will be fought in, but World War IV will be fought with sticks and stones." So Albert Einstein is quoting that he does not know what weapons of mass destruction World War III is going to be fought in, but World War III is going to wipe out everything and make us back to the Stone Age. And also, if we really think about it, World War One. If we really think about it, World War One killed literally 17 80 million people. World War II killed around 80 million people, but that is loads, okay? Most of them, half of them, we don't know about soldiers, but half of them were people not even soldiers. Like, yeah, soldiers died, but we can't really calculate soldiers, but I reckon more soldiers died than, less soldiers died than people. And that means, like, bombs that are dropped, like even normal bombs, they still do devastating effects. Before you click away, it's not something to laugh at, just watch up on it, be educated by it, even though you don't believe it, it's good to be educated by something, and then you can't say, oh, I hate that, because you haven't been educated about it, but, like, I was educated about it. I don't care if the earth's flat, if the earth is round, if the earth is a donut, if the earth is shaggy, like, I don't care. Okay, now, people believe the earth is flat. And why, do you ask? And in the Bible, right, it doesn't reference the earth. I don't know, don't quote me on this, but I've heard it somewhere. In the Bible, it doesn't really reference the earth to be round, and it more references it to be flat. Okay? And the important thing about this is that, for example, when have you ever saw a curve? Like, have you ever saw a curve? Have you saw a curve? And pilots, okay, someone podcast, his name's Geordie, link in the description of the podcast, Conspiracy Theories. He said that his friend was a pilot, and his friend said that when they go, basically, he's going to Spain to Russia. No, it's not long. Spain to Australia. You can, or not Spain to Australia. Someone, you're just going straight. So if you're going to America to the lowest point of America to the highest point of, for South America to Canada, right? If you were doing that, he said, I don't know the journeys they've been into, but if you, for example, go straight forward, you never have to readjust. And what I'm being by this is, if you have a plane, and it's flying, this is the earth, it's round. I know it's fist, but this is what I'm working with. If I had this is the earth, right, and this is a plane. This is South America. We take off, and you just go straight, right? You wouldn't fly off the edge of the earth. You would just get higher. You wouldn't get higher, and you have to readjust to go straight around the earth like that, basically. But he said that he's never ever had to do that. So he's never had to do go straight down like that. He's had to go straight, and we're there. He said that he never really adjusted, and he flies commercial airlines, and he never has to adjust. Basically, he never has to adjust to the curvature of the Earth. Theory. Well, no, the evidence supporting this theory is Antarctica. Antarctica isn't claimed by anyone, so basically, it's not. That's my country now. It's not. No one has claimed it, so you can't. No country can say that's mine. That's mine. Antarctica's mine. It's just a place. It's not owned by anyone, pretty much. And they signed a couple of not a long time ago, but a couple of decades ago, they signed an agreement to not explore Antarctica, to not do anything with Antarctica. People think Antarctica is a ice wall going all around the world, basically the flat Earth and this nice wall going all around it. And there's other stuff there, I don't know. It's nice wall, basically. And what evidence that supports this claim is that you can go to Antarctica, but you have to be supervised, and you can't go to certain places. They wouldn't even let you deal with them, why don't they let you explore all of it, but I mean, don't know about that. And the last, not the last thing, but the second last thing, is about pictures of the Earth. Now, no one can actually get a picture of the Earth, a HD picture of the Earth. You have to be really far and you have to go past the radiation layer. And what radiation layer? It's a super hot layer. So you can go in space, but like to get to the moon, for example, you need to go past the atmosphere of the Earth, the radiation layer. And that's why people think the moon landing is fake. I know that kind of links in. That's why people think the moon landing is fake, because like radiation layer is kind of hard to get across. So basically, like they don't want to send a drone there because it'll break it. So what they do is they go around the Earth, take little pictures at a time, go around. So technically the Earth is photoshopped. Now the Earth's not photoshopped. Obviously, they go. I know round seems thing, but for example, if I was a flat Earth, I would say they go around. Well, they wasn't go around; they go along the flat Earth, basically. But round Earth, okay. So they go along the Earth, and they take pictures. Okay, so they take little pictures and they put them all together, and they form a big circle. A circle, and and there is areas where they're just gapped in, like for example, I just take pictures line there, but they leave out a tiny bit of spaces. So there is like spaces in between, so they go around like that, and there's like a space in between. So they just add them all together, put them back, so no one's actually like for example, I don't know. And people say astronauts go like, oh yeah, the moon's round, I saw it, like, is it? Like, you saw it? Are they paying you to say that, or haven't you even been? You can't. And the last thing is, it's kind of like spiritually, it's kind of like with God, Now I have a bit of Christian beliefs. What I mean by that is, if the Earth is round, then that kind of supports the theory of we're just a rock in space, and it was a tiny chance of us surviving, basically. So Big Bang happened, and whoopsie, we're there. Like, accidents happen. It was an accident. We are technically an accident. And what Earth happened? But if Earth was flat, not round, it would be it would be kind of like someone created it. It's meant for us. It's not meant to any other people. It's meant for us, like the nature, Mother Nature. It's meant for all of us, But if we're just a rock in space, happen to be picked up by the sun, it just doesn't feel as probably good. I don't know. It just weird, that it's just and even if you don't believe it, it's kind of a thing of purpose. It gives you a sense of purpose in life. It kind of gives life a meaning. We got created for a reason. It's not whoopsie, we're created. It's God created us. We're all equal, and I think God created us, and I think that's a good idea. I think believing in that is a good idea. I'm not promoting my religion at all, but I think I like that idea. We're here for a purpose. Everyone's here. Everyone's unique in their own way. We're all here for a purpose. That's good. But with around Earth, it's just a bit it just. I don't know. If you watch this video, I know you're a flat earther. That's good, because I'm not a flat earther. I'm not gonna don't be oh, this guy's a flat earther. I'm just explaining to you, and you think people can think these are true. I'm not saying they're true. I'm not saying they're fake. These are just conspiracy theories, and I'm just saying that. So these are, I don't care. Landing's fake. I mean, I kind of believe it, but this is the evaluation section. Landing's fake. I kind of believe it. It'd be weird, but it doesn't affect me. I don't care. Moon landing fake. Whoa, that means I'm gonna blah blah blah. That's not gonna change my life. It gives you more understanding. And the end of the world theory is meant to shock you, but it's meant to educate you. And it kind of is a good purpose, because live every single day like it matters, and not like, you know, live every single day like you're last, because that's bad, because everyone would do bad stuff. But live every single day to the best, you know, live every single day to the fullest, because, you know, it could be your last, it could be your last, could be your, I'm not just saying this, I'm just saying, like, as a positive attitude, and positive attitude on life, you got to live every single day, and you got to live in the moment, not live in the future, basically. So just